Okay, now we're recording, and this is Tuesday, May 31st, 2022, and these are members of the Ullman Dream Group class at Chi Nan University, and there were more members in this, but the other ones just simply had nothing to say, had no dreams, and had very little in the way of comments on metaphors or feelings. And so I just invited these are the stars of the class. And we'll start out with Vicky because she has an appointment. So could each of you, when you start, could you please say like your name, like my name is Vicky, but also your Chinese name too, okay? And,
okay.
And Vicky, you could start. Want me to ask you questions or you just want to say it?
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Vicky and go by Zhuang Yuqi in Chinese. I come from the Department of Economics, and I am so glad to have this course this semester. Okay.
Now, let me ask you, what did you learn about dreams in this course, or what did you learn about yourself?
The biggest thing that I learned from my dream and myself, I think that is, I'm not the one who I know or learned before. I'm more true about myself after having this course, I think.
Okay, very good. In other words, working with your dreams made you more truthful about yourself, you're saying?
Before having this course, I thought that I am a brave person and I am an independent person and I can do everything by myself. But after discovering some of my dreams, I found out that sometimes I still have to call for help from other people.
Call for help from other people.
Yeah.
Do you feel that this course is important for the university?
I think it's very important.
Why is that?
Because I think people who have this course become much more real to themselves, and this phenomena cannot be found in some other classes that I have learned before in this university. So I think this course is very important for people who want to have this class or try to have this class in the coming semester after this semester. Yes.
Now, Vicky, because you work in a very interesting way with a certain dream you gave us. This dream was on March 15th, and it was a very interesting dream. You dreamed about a friend who always gets bad grades, and your grandma treats this friend better than she treats you, and you're jealous of her because she and your grandmother are having such a good time together. You tell that friend to leave, to please leave, and she doesn't leave. And your grandmother cooks all your favorite dishes, but she passes them to your friend, not to you. And then your grandmother turns and tells you, she's a lovely girl. You should be kind to her. Now you had this dream, and we had to do a lot of work with her. It wasn't such an easy dream to figure out. And you told us that you didn't know what the dream meant, but when you woke up, you felt angry, and you said full of rage.
Yes.
The feeling in the dream was anger, rage, and jealousy, and also not being respected. This girl didn't respect you because she made a face at you when you behind your grandmother's back. And so what I did is I asked you in real life, could you say anything about the feeling of anger, rage, these feelings, what we do when we work with a dream, the dream can't invent feelings. It's not wishful thinking, like Freud says. The dream tells us what we really do feel, just like you just said, it makes us more real. And so one way to work with the dream is to look at our life and see if we can see where we felt that. And what you said in your real life, what gives you anger and a feeling of rage is that you have this eye disease, and you're angry. You cannot control something you want to control in real life, and you said that's your eyesight.
Oh my gosh.
Vicky, are you still
I think
there?
I lost connect just now. Sorry.
It's okay. Try to come back. That happened to me too.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
go on, and you can hear me, can't you?
Yes. Now I can.
Okay. And then jealousy. I said, well, any jealousy in waking life? And you said that actually you're jealous of those who don't have the eye disease. And you pointed out that in some classes you do better than those with good eyes, and you have problems with your eyes. And about not being respected. And in the dream, the friend doesn't respect you and makes faces at you. And I ask you, who or what doesn't respect you in real life? And you said, my eyes. They don't respect me because my eyes seem to slowly be going blind from this disease. Are you there? Still there?
Yes. I'm still there.
Oh, there you are. I see you then. Okay. And then we talked about the dream, and we asked about metaphors. And this girl that your grandmother was fawning over so much, you said she got bad grades, and you're very smart. You get good grades. And if you looked at that as a metaphor, you said that's to have poor eyesight. The friend who gets bad grades is the disabled you, the you with the eye disease. That's that one. And your grandmother treats her better than you. When you looked at that as a metaphor, you said your grandmother loves the real you, the one with the eye disease, better. Let me see how to put it. Your grandmother loves the real you better than the one who refuses to accept what is real about yourself, your disability. In other words, that you would rather, you try so hard in every way. You're working, you're studying, you're doing all these things with your difficulty with your eyes, and you would rather act as if it weren't there. But that's the part of you your grandmother loves. Your grandmother loves you like you are. And then you said you signaled that your friend should leave. And I asked, what's the metaphor? And you said that you want the disabled part of yourself to get out of the picture. Your grandmother loves you as you are. It came out that you don't love yourself as you are. You refuse to admit that this is the real you. And when I ask you what's the meaning of the dream, you said the dream makes it clear to you that all this is happening. I thought this was a very important dream because it shows something about dreams that is really important to know, and most people don't know. Dreams are truthful, and they often reveal truths that it's not easy for us to accept in waking life. Thus, they serve to better align us with reality. I thought that's so important. It happened to me with a dream like that too. So I wonder if you could comment on this dream, and on any of this, on the way you came to an understanding of it, or a way of working with dreams in this class. I know you only have a few minutes left for this here.
Yeah. And I want to know what is the main thing that I have to share now?
In other words, what do you have to? Well, did I report right about your dream and what you found in it and everything?
I think not only this dream, every dream that I share in this course are very important to me after I discovered that them, because in I forgot what the dream was, but I remember a sentence that I've said when we discovered the dream. I said that I know it, but I cannot do like that. Do you remember
I
the
remember
sentence?
that very well, but I forgot what dream it was, and you kept saying that. I know that,
Yes,
but I cannot do that.
do like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think in this dream, the girl who I was really jealous about her can connect this sentence as well. Because in my reality, in my daily life, always I think that I know it, but I cannot do like that. Because I think that I should be brave. Um, I should be independent. But these dreams told me that um, you're not that kind of person. You need help, and you can be true to yourself. Even you're true, the people surround you will still love you,
of course.
even you're not so brave. Yeah. So not only this dream, I think every dream that I share are very important. And this dream tell me that I can accept some part of myself, because even I think that they're bad, they're not so good, um, that that may be a little bit um, um, I don't know how to say that. Weak. Some my IDCs makes me weak, but it's okay for me, for people loves me. Mm. Mm.
In other words,
Yeah.
you may have the odysseys, but you're still the wonderful, lovable person that those close to you see in you. You're like your grandmother, for instance.
Yes, and I really try hard in my life, and before discovering these dreams, I thought that if I show my weakness, people would think that, oh, Vicky's not so good. She just cannot handle something of her life. But after these dreams, I think maybe that is okay for me to show the real me. Mm, mm.
Vicky, I want to tell you what I feel. I feel that no matter what course you took at the university, you couldn't learn something so important as that. Is that it's really important to be who we really are. And that's something I never learned. And I have a doctorate degree from one of the best universities in the world. And I never learned that. And it's the most important thing to know. And so I think you did a very good job. I know you have to go, so you can go. Do you want to say any last thing before you go?
Um, I'm really happy to have this course with all of you, and I think I will use the skills that I have get in this course, because it is really helpful for me. I discovered some of my dreams not in this course. I think it's really useful. Yeah. Thank you, teacher.
Before you go, let me just say one thing. If in the future you want to work with Dreams Again, I have an online group at Sunday in Taiwan. It would be run from noon to 3. And you're always welcome if you want to come. Just email me. You have to email me in advance. And good luck with everything. Okay, I know you're going to see a doctor now about your eyes, I believe. So
Yes.
good luck. Okay. I'm wishing.
Okay. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye, everybody. Bye bye.
Okay, she's turning off. Let me just ask. Oh, wait a minute. I have someone. Elaine Elaine number 1.
Yes.
Where are you, Elaine number? There you are. Hello. Okay. Delia hasn't come yet, has she?
Not yet.
Well, Elaine number 1. Okay, here you are. Would you tell people your name and your Chinese name also, and say something about tell us something about you and this course and etc. I'll ask questions if you want, but tell us your name and Chinese name.
My name is Elaine and Chinese name is Mo Jieling. Yes. And about the course, I think that before I take this course, I just think that the dream just like the storyteller, because it's interesting that all things in my life will be mixed together and just like a drama or like a movie. So I interested in my dream is because I think it's funny, and sometimes I can just be a actor and in my dreams. But when I take the course, I find out that my dream has a big relationship with my life and myself. So even though something I didn't know before, so I think that the course is more deeply in my original feeling. Yes.
It's a deeper course than you originally
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
you mean.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, you want to say anything you learned about dreams that you didn't know, or about yourself, or is that what you've already said?
About myself.
Or would you want to say, if you feel this is an important course to have at the university, is it an educational course?
Mhm.
Does it
Because
teach you
I
something?
think it's the way to think. I think it's important because sometimes we also be trained by thinking logically and hide our emotion or our feeling. But sometimes it's more important than logic, I think.
What you're saying is that what I hear is that our school education has to do with the intelligence of the mind. But many things in life, like religion, relationship, they have to do with the intelligence of the heart.
Yes.
And art is like that, and writing and literature. And that, you're saying something like that, no?
Yes.
And so this gives a different dimension to education. It's not just the mind. And when you say logic, that's sort of the left brain. Ian McGilchrist has some books out about the left brain and the right brain and how different the two of them are. And the right brain is the one that's connected with the heart more. The left brain is sort of like a university professor. It's full of his ideas, and he's always, it's full of dogmas and things like that. It lives in its own little box of its own ideas, but it's not really attached to the world or to God or to nature or to beauty. But the right brain or the heart is. So I think what you're saying is very, very important.
Yes.
Let me just jump ahead here, because also I'm not going to work with everybody like this, but Vicki and you were sort of the, in a way, the stars of the class. And so on March 22nd, you came in with a dream. You gave us a dream that I thought was a very interesting dream, very short. It was so complicated, we couldn't figure out what it had to do, but somehow the meaning popped out as we worked with it. And you dreamt that you bought a red Asus cell phone. I don't even know what an Asus cell phone is, but I know that all of you know all about cell phones. And after a while, you noticed that you bought the wrong one. And you felt regret for this purchase. And you decided to keep using your original cell phone, and you felt happy, and you breathed a sigh of relief, and you gave the other one to your mother. Your mother helped you out with this. I'll skip that part of the dream, but that's relevant too. And so I ask you, and one thing in the dream we had to go on was that you bought that cell phone and you regret that you got the wrong one. Regret was the feeling you mentioned. And so I ask you, is there any regret in your life at all at this time? And you said yes. You said, I regret that this semester I chose a course in my major that has too much homework. The reading assignments are just a whopping dose of reading assignments. And so I don't even have time to spend with my friends or people who are important with me, or at the church. I have no time to do the things that matter to me. And I have far too many assignments, reading assignments. I can't read that many books. And I'm like you too. I feel to read a book, I read slowly. I think the depth of the book, to really touch my heart, that I love this book, matters more to me than how many books I read and what I can say about them. Isn't that important, you know?
Yes.
Bible, biblos means book, and that's just one book. You know what I mean? Look at all this in that one book. So you don't need a million books. So I happen to agree with you. So it seemed like we sort of got a bit of meaning. You got a bit of meaning from that dream, and then you came back next week, and we asked you, well, did any new ideas about your dream? And you told us that you dropped the course.
Yes.
And now that was very interesting, and it indicates something. It indicates something. Another thing about dreams, I think is important. About a feeling we already know we have. Dreams can show us how much stronger we feel that than we thought. And by showing us how strong, more powerful we feel that, the dreams can prod us into action. They can prime a behavior in us. And the truth is, with some dreams, you don't even need to figure them out to understand them. Just waking up with that feeling of regret, and then unconsciously it connects with the course. And finally, unconsciously, it all happens and you just drop the course. And so I thought your dream was an important dream, that feel things about dreams that are important to be, and that go against what a lot of experts in the world today, these dream books you buy, and they say different things, but anyway, do you want to say anything about any of this? Did I say this right? Did I get this right?
Yes, I agree. Teacher, you said that something, because I know I hide this feeling in my heart, because I know I want to cancel the course, but I'm so afraid. I feel that if I cancel this course, I will lose something. I don't know, but I feel big regret because it takes a lot of time that I can have maybe memorize with my memory with my friends. So I think that right now I still happy I cancel the course. Yes.
Well, I think you're right. And when I was my undergraduate work, I did at Duke, and I didn't have the kind of background that so many of those kids went to prep schools up north. And so there were a few courses I didn't do well in, and that held me back. And I didn't really have any friendships. I was working all the time. And I feel that it's so important at that stage in life, relationships and inner relationships with people. And like you're involved with a fellowship at your church. I think it's so important to be involved with outside organizations and things that we're really doing in life, and not to spend all our time on school. And it makes you a lopsided, warped person. I agree with you 100%. And I think what you discovered was important to discover. And what you did was important to do. And you have a whole lifetime to read any of those books you want to, or even better books than those, you know, if you like. I know you like to read. Do you want to say anything else before we move to the next person?
No.
Okay, okay. So let me, hold on one second. Okay. Now, let me go to the next. Okay, let me just, who would like to speak next? Anybody? Volunteer? Okay, let me call on Penny, okay? Hello, Penny, are you there? Can you hear us?
Hi.
Hi, Penny's the one with the black mask, like the Lone Ranger, she has a mask. Who is that masked man? That was Penny. And Penny, tell us about yourself. You're one of the most interesting people in the class. You're a wonderful artist, and you draw these little cartoons that are so expressive. We want to say anything about this class or your experience with these other people. A lot of times we take a class, and what's more important than anything the teacher says is our connection with the other people and seeing what they learned from their dreams or anything. Is there anything you'd like to say about this class? Do you feel it's education? It's important for education? How, why, all that? I'll tell you, please tell your Chinese name too.
Oh, my
Maybe you could
Chinese
just
name.
take off the mask just for the short period while you're talking. Hello, there she is.
My Chinese name is 宋佩莹，宋朝的宋，然后水部的佩，然后三声莹。
She keeps
And my
switching to Chinese when she talks to us. But go ahead, try to do it in English if you can.
and my Chinese name have water，
Water.
就是水字边。Because when I born, my family find people, then they say I will losing water in my life， 就是命中缺水，所以才叫这个名字。
What does that mean in English? You lose water in your life?
我不知道这个。
Elaine, number one, could you
Can
translate
translate
what does
help
that
me?
mean she'll lose water in her life?
It's just like how to say because in traditional Chinese we sometimes will, if you lack of something, your name will add something to help you in your life. So just
So
like
you will lack water in your life. you
yeah,
mean.
yeah, yeah.
That's
So
what-
Yes, I-
she need
my-
water. Yes.
My Chinese name have some water in the word.
So what about this course, Penny? What did you feel about this course? Was there education for you? Was it interesting for you to meet these people and hear their dreams?
Oh,
Or to share a dream of
I
your own?
oh, I know my dream is different from many people because when I listen to people to say their dream and they all can see themselves and their family and something in the real, but I seldom to see something in the real. And I think my dream is all interesting, but like a story. But the other, my classmate dream is interesting too, and they can see something. They can see something they see in the daylight, and they watch it in the daylight.
So
And
go ahead.
I remember, I forget who dream, but they say when they talk in other people in the dream, and they can, in the future, they can see the same sign in the dream.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think
That was
this
Elaine
is-
too, I think.
this is interesting.
That's called a precognitive dream. Elaine number 2, you had a dream like that, right? Hello, Elaine number 2.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Come, put your microphone on.
Okay.
So Penny, is there anything else you want to say? Do you feel this is education, a course like this?
Mm,
Does this belong in the university? Did you learn anything?
small.
What did you learn
Oh.
about yourself or about dreams?
Before the class, I never think about my dream because I think they just a story. And in the class, I think everything is a metaphor in my true life.
Say
And
that
I
again.
can,
Say it again. So in other words, you thought before that dreams were just a story. It's true, dreams are just a story, but there was a true story and there was a story about
yes,
us, you know.
I
Go ahead.
yes I
And what about
before the
metaphor?
class,
Tell us about
I think
metaphor.
I think the story is not in my true life because my dream is all very 就是不像现实世界的东西。
What's she saying?
Yes, they like children's story or the
Well,
novel.
See, a
Yes.
dreams do many things in different types of people. Now you write, you're interested in graphic novels. You're interested in writing graphic novels, did you say?
I think my dream is just like a novel,
Right,
like
well,
the other one say.
For a creative person, a dream can often help out with the creativity. So a dream can
Oh.
come and give you ideas.
Oh yes, I sometimes when I will draw the picture in my dream. Yes, I draw a picture and that is the imagery in my dream. Because my dream have a beautiful imagery and they can see in the real side.
Right, dreams work with different ones of us in different ways, you know. And you're a very creative person with your images and your beautiful illustrations, the graphic, they're really Japanese style comic books. Manga, what do they call them? I'm not sure. But you do that, so your dreams might kick in that way. Is there anything else you want to say, or can we move on to the next person? Maybe Kay? Want to say anything else, Penny, before we leave? No? Okay, you muted yourself. Wait, we can't hear you. Go ahead.
Oh,
You want to say anything? Can we move to Kay? Penny?
okay.
Okay. Okay, Kay, Kay, you're next.
Okay.
Do you want to say something?
Oh.
Tell us your name and your Chinese name.
Oh, my name is Kay, and my Chinese name is Tang Kai Chi.
No, did you did work with a dream in this class, but not very frequently did you have dreams, but you had some interesting ideas about other people's dreams. What would you say about this class? Did you benefit from this class in any way? Besides getting credit, did you actually learn something in this class?
Yeah, I think so the originally I'm thinking about dream is not like teacher guide us step by step and discover that is the dream is the thing that is unconscious of us, and but but
You're
when-
doing good. Don't worry. You're doing okay.
okay. But after this class, I knew that I think this class is really important in university, because I think a lot of people nowadays students have some, probably some mental problem, but they don't know, but they affect in the dream, and they would really wonder that, but they don't think in the way that teacher guide us, like we discover the feeling first and then metaphor, something like that. Yes. So I think this class is important to let people know more about ourselves by dream.
I'm reading a book now by Ian McGilchrist. It's his second book, and it's a masterpiece. It's very, he's a very intelligent man, much more intelligent than me. So sometimes I have to struggle through his different thinking layers. But what he's found with research, going back centuries, and the studies of the left and right brain, people who have a stroke or a tumor in either the right brain or the left brain, he's found that people who have a right brain injury, their behavior is very much like people with mental problems, particularly schizophrenia. And his idea is that in our society, we've gone too far in the logical way. It's too logical. The school's too logical, education's too logical. The way we're trying to solve the problems are too logical. And we're missing the other side of our thinking, of our being. And so it's not that some people have mental problems. According to him, the whole society has a big mental problem. And and dreams speak to us from the other side of ourselves, and they show us what's true. And it's not exactly what idea we have. We often have ideas that aren't especially true. But the dream will show us the truth and make us more of a whole person. So what you say is true. But in this dream class, we don't look to find out what's wrong with Kay. We didn't do that with your dream. But we look to find out what's right about you. Did you find out anything right about yourself from your dreams or other people's dreams? Something right about you that you didn't know?
Yes, but I think it's hard to say. But I think
I want to say something about that. It is hard to say. And that's the thing about dreams. What they tell us is so hard to say. And especially in a foreign language like English for you. But try your best. Not just improve your expression, but also improve your English. Try to tell us. And if you can't, you can say it in Chinese. It's hard to say in Chinese too, probably.
Yeah. I think they're right. But the most thing I think my dream shows the weakness of myself, and I know that I can kind of like accept this kind of the part of myself, or I can change a little bit, but it's just still working on it.
You know what my experience is in my own life, and I've worked with many hundreds of thousands of dreams, and so often what we consider to be our weakness is really our strong point. It's the strong part. It's our strength, and we're either ashamed of it or it's a weakness, and we don't believe in ourselves enough. And I found for myself, working with dreams and seeing other people work with their dreams, what it does is it gives people the ability to believe in themselves. So, so your dreams showed you some weakness?
I think so. Show something that I don't face to it.
That you don't face, right? Something you don't face. Well, do you want to say more, or should we go to the next person?
I think we can go to the next person. If I have something,
if you get an idea, you'll tell us, and you'll start.
Yeah.
Off again. Okay. Now, Delia didn't come for some reason, so we have Vic and Elaine too. Which one of you would like to speak next? 谁要说话? Who wants to speak?
I can speak next.
Okay, Elaine, this is Elaine. No, we have these two Elaines in this class. It's a small class. But we have two Elaines in the class. And what's more, they're roommates. They're both roommates. They both live at the church. And so these two Elaines are roommates. And it's amazing we got them on separate video feeds. Before we had them on the same video feed and there was an interference. So Elaine number 2.
Yeah,
What's your Chinese name? Begin with your Chinese. Tell us.
Yeah, my name is Ling, and my Chinese name is Yiling, Wang Yiling.
And did you learn anything in this class?
Yes, I learned. Maybe I can do other people's dream with a little group after this class.
No, this is, I just want to stop a second. This is very important. In other words, you came to this class and one thing you learned is you could actually hold your own group, maybe at the church or something, and work with other people's dreams, maybe children's dreams or dreams of other members your age or whatever. And this is an important thing because in this class, for the second year now, I ran this class different than I usually do. Before, I would be Big Bill, the leader of every single class. But this semester, I took several of the best people and I let them lead the group. And you were one of them. And so you got to lead a class and lead a dream group. And so you're telling us you learned from that you can actually lead these dream groups?
Yes, maybe after this class.
Good for you. Good for you.
And I learned the feeling is real in the dream.
This is so important to know. The feelings in our dreams are real. Those are our feelings. Dreams don't lie. Go ahead. Anything else?
Maybe
That's it?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, would you consider this education, this class? Is this proper to be at a university, a course like this?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's an important class, I think,
Nice.
and maybe it's most EE class in this master for me.
Most, what did you say? Most what?
Most influence for me, maybe.
Is the course that influenced you the most? Is that what you're saying? Say it in Chinese,
Yeah.
Elaine, and let the other Elaine translate. Say it in Chinese.
最有意义.
What does EE mean, Elaine number 1?
You like significance.
Significant. Oh, the most
Yeah.
significant.
Yes.
The most significant course this semester?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because it's different to the other class, not just because it's English class, and much it's other side we always didn't face it, but it's important in our life.
Because you say because it shows us something that we haven't faced that's important in our life?
Yeah.
Yeah. In other words, other classes at the university, I mean, I took a lot of classes at the university. I know all kinds of things about things that I don't need to know about. You know what I mean? And what mattered to me at the end was to know something about myself. It's so important, you know? So I agree with you. Do you want to say anything more, or should we go to there's one more person?
Okay, can go next.
We can go to the next one? Okay. And the next one is Vic.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you very well. Tell us your Chinese name.
Okay. Hi, I'm Vic. My Chinese name is Huang Huiwen.
No, Vic, you have another name too. Are you Taiwanese?
No, I'm Malaysia.
Do you have a Malaysian name too?
Yeah,
What's your
I'm
Malaysian name?
Wong Huiman.
Okay. Now you're not at the university. You're not a student. Chi Nan, you took this course to come all the way from Taichung to Chi Nan because of
Yeah.
English, you said.
Yeah, I want to improve my English, and I think the class is interesting for me. Yeah, and actually, I'm very envious that everyone can dream, because I'm a person that hard to dream, and if I has a dream but I soon forget it, so so it is very interesting for me to see that everyone can share their dreams. Yeah.
Well, let me say two things about that. I probably, because you missed a lot of classes, by the way, but maybe you
Yeah.
missed one thing about it being hard to dream, about you not being able to dream like other people, is that everybody dreams. Everybody dreams all through the night, every single night of your life. About, I think, every hour and a half, every 90 minutes or so, you have what's called a REM period. And during that REM period, you're dreaming. Now you're always, but the thing is that nobody talks about dreams. It's like not real, you know? And so people don't get in the habit of paying attention to dreams. And the other thing about being easy, easy to forget, yes, I mean, you're definitely right. Those are two things that are true for people in our society. Many people, it's hard for them to dream, or that's the way they see it. And two, if they have a dream, let's say you wake up with a dream, you say, what an interesting dream. By the time you brush your teeth, you think, what was that dream? I can't even remember.
Yeah.
The whole dream vanishes. And
Yeah.
why is that? Does anybody know why a dream vanishes so quick? Well, what it is, it's like in the, at night, like Vic, if you go out at night, not in Taichung because there's so many lights, but if you, in Indonesia, do you live in the country or the big city in your country? Malaysia or Indonesia?
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Yeah. Not big city. Is like outside the big city.
Outside. So if you go out at night, if you look up, can you see the stars?
Very less star.
If you have you ever been out to the country, to a mountain or something at night, camping or something? Can you see the stars?
Sometimes.
Have you ever noticed how many stars there are?
I really don't know.
Well, I used to go up to these Buddhist meditation retreats in the Catskill Mountains, and we drive up there, a long drive, and then we get there, and at night, I would look at the sky, and the whole sky is peppered with stars, billions and billions of these stars. The whole sky is lit up by stars, and you usually don't see it because of the lights. But during the daytime, you can't see these stars. Why is that? You don't know. Do you have an idea or no? Why can't people see the stars at the daytime? Okay, do you know why people can't see the stars in the daytime? You're on Chi Nan campus, so at night you can see the stars, right? Have you ever
Yeah,
noticed?
too bright,
It's too bright. Why is it too bright?
because at the daytime we have sunshine.
Exactly. The sun, there's one star that's so close to us, the sun. And during the day, it's so bright that we can't see any other stars. It blocks them out. And that's what happens when you wake up. When you wake up, your left brain is dying, it's awake, you know, when it's thinking thoughts, you know what I mean? Everything you're seeing according to a certain way. And what that does is that's too bright, and it blocks out the dream, and the dream is faint. So when you wake up with a dream, instead of getting up to pee or brush your teeth or eat breakfast, you keep the notepad by your bed and you sit down and you write the dream down. And then you go, go eat breakfast and you go, what was my dream? And you go and read the paper. Oh, I remember. And there it's written down, you see. And then you can bring that to a dream class or a dream group and work with it. And we have a dream group every Sunday. And you have seem to have a sharp mind. So if you want to, just email me. And if you have a
Okay.
dream like that, but you have to keep the notepad right next to your bed and write down immediately when you wake up, if you have a dream.
Okay.
And that works. Did you learn anything in the course from other people's dreams?
Actually, I learn many things from others, cause I think the most important thing is I think I need to learn to tolerate my own shortcomings.
I need to what? To tolerate my own shortcomings.
Yeah.
Exactly. In other words, you're talking about self-acceptance. I need to accept myself how I am. None of us are
Yeah.
perfect. You know, we're not God. We're not perfect. We're just people. But if we accept our imperfections and don't condemn ourselves for it, you know, you learn that from whose dream? Do you remember whose dream you learned that from?
I think it's everybody dreams.
Everybody's dream. Exactly.
Yeah. And I think from their dream, I can also release my stress. Cause maybe I live in the city, maybe every day, sometimes you feel some stress. I can release the stress from their dream also. Although I don't have a dream or I forget my dream, I think like,
Other people's dreams help you release your stress?
yeah,
Could you have an example of somebody's dream here that helped you?
I think it's Dahlia and Kay's dream.
Oh, Delia. Were you there for, I don't know if you were there for her dream. Were you there for her dream?
That day.
Now, Delia did the very first dream in this course. And it was an interesting dream. Maybe I'll mention it here. In the dream, it was a short dream, and she worked with it a very short way. And she found meaning. In the dream, she goes to a party, she's dancing, and a handsome guy gave her a cuddle. He cuddled with her, and she woke up. And when she worked with the dream, she told us that she had this dream the night following, she had it February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. And she said when she went to bed, she was sad because she didn't have a Valentine's card from anyone or a message from anyone. And in the dream, the guy who hugged her was a real guy, and she met and had a very special, yeah?
Last dream, the Dahlia's last dream.
Oh, yes, her last dream. Let me go on and tell this first one. I don't have a message, but what she realized, she really liked him, but he had to return to his school in a different part of Taiwan. And after she woke up, she texted him a message, "Happy Valentine's Day, I miss you a lot." And this is an interesting dream. She's not here to talk about it, but Freud would say the dreams are wish fulfillments. And she had this dream because maybe she wanted him to be her Valentine's. Now, Ullman says it's not true that dreams are wish fulfillment. Dreams just tell us the truth of what is. And the truth is that he was the boy in her heart. And waking up from the dream, she sent him a Valentine's message. And actually to act like this in real life on a feeling you become aware of in a dream is actually a better way of appreciating a dream than just figuring it out logically. In other words, to let a dream change your life. That was Delia's first dream. And often, even if we don't figure out a dream, like I said before, our behavior can change afterwards. It just bypasses the rational mind and goes right into our behavior, and we begin acting in a different way. Now, I don't have Delia's second dream right here. I could look it up, but you want to tell us what it was about a second dream that touched you?
Let me think about.
Hold on. The second, Delia's second dream was on
Yeah.
May 10th. Hold on.
Let me see.
Here it is, right here.
I'm a little forget.
Hold on. Oh, this is an interesting dream, but this is a very complicated dream. She's in a building. They say that whoever goes into that building never comes out. No way to escape. And then she had a dream inside her dream.
Yeah.
There's a safe room in the building. That dream told her if I can find the safe room, it's the only way to escape. So she wakes up from the dream inside the dream and she goes and finds a safe room and she's waiting to leave. But then the boss of the building visits her and he said, no one can escape from here. Then she watches him kill her. Then she woke up. That dream, is that the dream you mean?
Yeah.
I forgot what she made of that dream. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. She said, I think I found the meaning. The part of my mind, there's a part of my mind that wants to kill my mind part wants to kill my heart part. And I
Yeah.
feel that the mind wasn't successful to kill the heart. I hit my heart very deep and it didn't die, but it's hit very deep. And sometimes I myself can't even find it. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't write anything up about that dream, but that is definitely an interesting dream. You know, it is an interesting. Go ahead.
Maybe some my feeling same with her, I think. So her dream touched my heart also.
Yeah. You know, there's
So
go ahead.
no, teacher can go.
There's a story I told when she gave that dream about a man wrote about a squirrel that found a chocolate chip cookie. And he thought, oh boy, you know, now I have something to eat during the winter. So he went over and he dug a hole and he buried the chocolate chip cookie. And then when the snow came and the winter came, the squirrels bury their nuts and things. And he remembered, well, oh, I'm going to go get my chocolate chip cookie now. So he went over and dig it up, but it's just mush. With the snow and the water, the cookie just turned into mush. You know what I mean? There was no cookie there. The crunchy, delicious cookie was not there. And the idea is if we bury our feelings, something like that can happen too. We might never find them again. So it's the nice thing about dreams is that they dig up our buried feelings, say, see, this is it. This is what you feel. So, oh my, you know, and first you think, no, not me. But then later on you say, oh, well, it's true. So it is an important dream. Do you want to say anything else, Vic?
I think it's so. It's all.
That's
Is
all.
that all?
And does this course belong in the university? I know you took it to learn English, and then you thought that maybe it was about my dreams, what I want to become, what do I want in my life, but you didn't know it was about your night dreams. Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think it's useful? Go ahead.
I think it's interesting because I remember I'm in primary school. I watched a Japanese movie. It also talk about dreams, and I feel like wow, like something can meet about the course that I think it's this course let me think about that in my primary school, that movie. I can do the connection with that movie now, because I think in primaries, because we are small, cannot think about why they act like that. Yeah, I think it's like that for me.
You mean why dreams act like that?
Yeah,
But now you see, you understand.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else want to say anything before we sign off? Penny, you're muted. You have to. Yeah. Do you want to say anything, Penny?
I think everyone is different, but everyone is good.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can sign off now. I'm going to stop this video. Thank you for coming to the course. And I think most of you are going to do well. It's been nice
you.
meeting you. You're a very interesting group of people. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye.
Bye.